Hello, I'm Maria Walker, the 4-H Youth Development Coordinator in the Southeast and Metro Districts.
And I'm Ashley Benish, the 4-H Youth Development Coordinator for the West Central District.
Welcome to We Can Disagree. Navigating the challenges of disagreement is a part of the 4-H experience. Judges may disagree with members on the completeness of work presented at fair. Volunteers may disagree with a decision made by the 4-H Council. Disagreements may be present within clubs. Disagreement does not elude the 4-H experience.
For some individuals, disagreements can be very uncomfortable. It may bring up feelings of nervousness, anxiety, and an overall feeling of being ill at ease. Many individuals do all they can to avoid engaging in disagreements.
They censor their comments or affirm decisions they know are wrong simply to eliminate the possibility of engaging in a disagreement. But knowing that disagreement happens, and there are times it simply cannot be avoided, how can we make our disagreements civil and respectful? How can we use disagreements to truly make our best even better?
Here are 5 tips for managing disagreements and using them to create learning opportunities. First, assume good. When you disagree with a person, be cautious about assigning a negative intention to what that person has said or done. Interacting with the assumption of good intentions creates a positive outlook to disagreement.
Assuming good intentions keeps the focus on a collaborative learning environment that benefits 4-H members, their families, volunteers, and 4-H staff. This allows you to focus on the content of the disagreement and not the person or the relationship. What is the disagreement about? Answering that and keeping it at the center keeps learning at the forefront.
The content in question can be discussed without things becoming personal. When it becomes personal, learning about content cannot take place. Assuming persons are acting from places of good intentions eliminates the temptation to make it about the person and not about the disagreement regarding content or behavior.
Tip number 2, listen. While listening is a basic requirement in communication, fully listening during disagreements can easily not be seen as a priority. Often the priority becomes to get a point across and even win an argument. In these cases, individuals are simply waiting to respond and not fully listening.
Take the edge of your seat test. If you feel as though you're on the edge of your seat, eager to respond, it's likely that you're not fully listening. If you're relaxed and sitting with your back touching the back of your chair, you are likely fully listening.
A third tip is to use I statements.
Leading with "you do this" or "that" invites defensiveness. When individuals are engaged in defensiveness, their focus is not on the content of the disagreement or being able to fully listen. Using "you" can feel like a personal attack and not a simple disagreement.
Utilizing I statements keeps the disagreement conversational. It eliminates the argumentative tone, something that's often at the source of ill feelings regarding disagreement. Saying "I feel" and then describing the situation as you see it invites an engaged response. Learning can occur and the focus can remain on the content of the disagreement.
Thanks, Maria. I'm already feeling more confident about disagreements after hearing this information. Let's move on to our 4th tip, ask questions. During a disagreement, if you are not certain about intentions or meaning within the communication, ask clarifying questions.
Asking questions from a perspective of learning as opposed to evaluating. This is key to keeping the conversation moving forward.
So Maria, can you give us an example?
Sure. Asking to evaluate may sound like, "Why did you do that?" And asking to learn may sound like, "Will you help me understand?" Or, "Can you say more about that?" So, good job, Ashley.
Thanks. A 5th tip is simply to practice engaging in disagreements, assuming good, listening, using I statements, and asking questions. Using these strategies may not be skills you frequently use. As with any skill, you must practice them in order to increase your efficiency.
One way to do that is to allow for disagreement within your club meetings and model these skills for the 4-H members. This creates a common language and approach to disagreement that you can rely on in future situations.
Disagreements don't have to be roadblocks in relationships.
They can be great teachers. Flex your skills and you may see great learning occur.